45. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 times any number reduces back. So when you reduce 2013, you get 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 3 is 6. So the date that you're sitting on is 666. You know, maybe, I don't know if I don't think there's that much to numerology. It has these strange things, though. There are certain things. 9's followed me around a lot. So I don't know. You're sitting on it right now. You know, alarm, alarm. Hey, you know, one of the things I notice is a lot of bridges happening. I'm on Memorial Day, and a couple bridges failed. Now they got an SUV with no plates abandoned on Brooklyn Bridge. You know, bridges might be Neptune. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go look at the sky mirror. Jimmy Cliff, the harder they come. Hey, that's a good description for the Mars-Neptune thing. The harder they come, the harder they fall. Something slippery there. Okay, so you're on it, 666. 3 6s is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. You could be learning something really important here. If you're on the Thursday show, the moon's already gone into Gemini in the middle of the day, before lunch probably. And here's Mars at 5 degrees right here, and it's opposite that full moon eclipse. That eclipse at 4 degrees of Sag. Stuff is happening in the countries, things around Washington, around water, and there's a lot of undue alarm. Okay. Now I'm just going to claim that I know Mars, source of ignition. I know Neptune, flammable liquids and gases. Here's fires. So it's going to be one of those late Thursday nights, 6-6, and early Friday morning, 6-7. Boy, there's a lot of action on the stage, and a lot of it is confusion. You know, when in doubt, be safe, protect people. You'll feel better by the time you get to, before dinner Friday. There's a nice sextile to Uranus. The universal mind clicks in. Oh, I saw something on the internet about that. And here's people taking care of each other in the midst of the crisis. Yes. So, Friday night, you know, I don't know. This is pretty confusing. I don't know if that little bit of Dalai Lama attention Friday night will bring you through this or not. Have to wait and see. But Saturday you're going into the new moon zone. There's a new moon. It's at 18 degrees of Gemini. Be with somebody you love. New moons are like that. They start the whole next cycle. Now this new moon sets off the Mars-Neptune square in the U.S. chart. It could be a whole bunch of saber rattling in the U.S. A lot of anger. This new moon starts because of what happens here. Yes. Anyway, again, in the evening, late, this is like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, there's a nice conjunction to Jupiter. And wisdom and new information comes out, and natural knowing, and some understanding of what's going on here. So Saturday, could turn into a kind of a good thing if it wasn't for what happened back here. But you got to stay up late if you want the Jupiter hit. Sunday morning, you'll probably still be feeling it. And when the moon goes into Cancer, at first it feels delightful. Here, in the middle of the day, there's a trine to Neptune. Oh boy, music, art, religion. Yes, it's Sunday. Go church. This is going to be very churchy, very religious. You can do that at home, You don't have to go to a corporate institution. There's a trine to Saturn here, too. You do it on a budget. The thing is just hunky-dory. Venus is here, too. Oh, boy. There's pleasure and fun Sunday night and some sweets. Not too bad. But here early Monday morning at 11 and 12 degrees is an opposition to Pluto. Eek, a bug. And a square to Uranus. Sudden interruptions. So this Monday morning, don't plan on getting to work on time. The battery could be dead. Thump the connections. It's always in the connections. But this is a little panicky too. So hopefully it's going to settle down after that. Time you get past to Monday night or so, maybe Tuesday, the moon's still in Cancer, and maybe the 11th will be a little kinder to us. Around dinner time, the moon shifts into Leo, and a period of calm happens. Because here's a sextile to Mars. Oh, we got the job done. We finished the physical work. Here's a trine to Uranus. The brothers are happy. There's good information. The universal mind is cool. It feels pretty good. Brotherhood clicked in. Everybody taking care of things, Thursday's pretty good, too. Here's a sextile to the sun. We're getting the job done. Thursday night late, 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Here's a sextile to Jupiter. Wisdom. Yes, we did the right thing. It was good. Friday morning, when you wake up, the moon will probably be in Virgo on the 14th. And it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm concerned because the moon in Virgo opposes this character. And of course, it's going to set off Mars a little bit later. Now, you can see here that the Neptune opposition is about dinner time. The Mars square doesn't come in till 3, 4 in the morning, Saturday morning. So we have a wide bunch of stuff here when there can be confusion and fights and drunkenness and overprotectiveness and a whole bunch. But, I think this is another place where the fires are going to happen. Yep. And fuels, gas, oil, stuff like that, most especially. Saturday, it gets a little better if you stay in bed late. Because here about, 9, 10 o'clock, here's a nice sextile to Venus. Oh yeah, it looks like a sweet day. There could be some sexy stuff here too, if you got by the anger point from Mars. Mercury's happy on Saturday after lunch. The kids are happy. There's good stuff going on here. Saturday's kind of nice. Moon in Virgo. Continues right through Sunday. Here in the middle of the day and after lunch Sunday, there's a square to Jupiter. We're overdoing it. That's a signal it's about to go from Virgo into Libra. And once it goes into Libra, we're going to catch more of that Pluto-Uranus thing. Largely, that's going to be Monday afternoon, the 17th, when the batteries fail and eek a bug, a little panicky again. So, a square from Jupiter overdoing it is a small evil. Especially probably, people laughing too much. That's a lot better than all the fighting and the fires and the. I'm a little concerned the way this Mars Neptune thing is lining up on the USA chart. I guess I'll give you a little bit more of that now while I still have time, huh? The Neptune line, you know, is on the descendant running through Washington, D.C. and those important areas in the USA. So stuff could happen. Let's take a look. Okay, here's when Neptune gets scary. Neptune on the descendant. Eek, Neptune! And look, it's running right through Washington, D.C. Now here's the Mars line. Notice they cross here. Something interesting, Gitmo is right here. And it's full of angry Neptune people. So, I don't know. Just a hint. Okay, this is what you're really doing with relocation. We're looking at the new moon in Washington, D.C. And sure enough, here's Neptune. Now look at that. Neptune's at 522, the descendants at 514. If you were a person, you'd have drunks and fanatics accosting you, people who were confused getting in your way. And up here, here's Mars. The top of the chart, public angriness. You know, and you are angry. And it looks to me like somebody's having a temper tantrum here. Maybe they're just overprotecting, huh? Okay, here's my chart for the U.S. government, 5.5 Gemini rising. And it has a Neptune at 22 squaring Mars at 21. So the USA is always overreacting with violence and force, huh? It's kind of in our natal chart. Yeah, so people in Washington, D.C. are afraid of Neptune, afraid of floods, water, smoke, white powder. Now, here we are in Honolulu. This is the whole eastern side of Kauai, in fact. And here's your Neptune at 5 degrees. And the midheaven here is at 456. So this is public Neptune. This is everybody can see the flooding. Everybody can see the smoke. Not likely. The big huge whale on the beach making a big stink made national news. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just guessing. See? Not good to guess, Frost. Here's Mars over here. There's people trying to help, but they're behind the scenes, huh? Now, here's some additional reasons why this is going to be a traumatic time for the U.S. government. There's 3 biggies: the progressed rising sign, the progressed midheaven, and the progressed sun. They all move a degree per year. When I do your chart, first 3 things I check on. Here's a progressed sun, just got to 9 Pisces. It's squaring Uranus at 856 Gemini. Uranus is the ruler of the 10th house. Our public reputation is about to take a big hit from somebody, we don't know who. Now, here's a full moon, May 24th. That was the eclipse where the moon over here got eclipsed. So the moon is opposing the U.S. rising sign really closely. The moon eclipse could be like a suicide bomber, somebody kind of crazy. The moon has this tight square to Neptune up here. So it almost looks like lunatic people who might even be suicidal kind of attacking us. Now this is really good for a month following this May 24th full moon. Okay, here I got U.S. chart in the center, and I got the new moon June 8th in the outside. There's the new moon at 18 Gemini, and that's within just 3.5 degrees of Mars. So it looks like the USA is ticked off, and that could be a reaction, an overreaction, huh? You know, these domestic cats actually are miniaturized jungle cats, jaguars. If you took a look at this tuxedo cat, Lima's my cat, underneath this black and white fur, if the light's just right, is an orange cat. Way back in thousands of years ago, the Hindus miniaturized him. Pretty cool, huh? Aloha.